Ancient Egypt is known for many things: towering pyramids, grand temples, and magnificent tombs. But one of the most fascinating aspects of this ancient civilization is its beautiful and powerful queens. And among them, Nefertiti stands out as one of the most iconic and mysterious. Standing alongside Pharaoh Akhenaten, Nefertiti's legacy and influence continue to capture the imagination of people worldwide. So, let's look at everything you need to know about this legendary queen. Nefertiti, or Nefertiti Nefertiti, as she is fully known, was more than just a queen. She was the esteemed royal consort of Pharaoh Akhenaten, a woman whose charm transcends time and whose image is immortalized in the iconic bust displayed at the Berlin Museum. This royal couple was not solely defined by their power, but also by their progeny. They were the parents of 6 daughters who took center stage during Akhenaten's reign. This female dominance in royal representation was something quite unusual for those times, and when it comes to visibility, Nefertiti stands unrivaled among Egyptian queens. Her likeness graces more monuments and artistic creations than any other queen of the era. But the parents of Nefertiti remain shrouded in the veil of time because their identities left unrecorded in the annals of history. Early Egyptologists, intrigued by her name, "A beautiful woman has come," speculated that she might have been a princess from Mitanni, present-day Syria. It was a conjecture born out of the beauty of her name and the mystery of her origins. But as the sands of archaeological discovery shifted, a more compelling hypothesis emerged. Strong circumstantial evidence began to suggest that Nefertiti was, in fact, the Egyptian-born daughter of the courtier Ai, who was the brother of Akhenaten's mother, Ti. This theory posits that Nefertiti was no foreign princess, but a homegrown Egyptian lady of significant standing. Yet, the mystery doesn't end there, because, despite the unknowability of her parents, we do know that Nefertiti had a younger sister, Menedjment. As a queen, Nefertiti was not only a figurehead of power and beauty, but she also played a pivotal role in the religious revolution that Egypt underwent during her husband's reign. She was her husband's great royal wife, his favored consort, when he ascended the throne in Thebes as Amenhotep IV. However, their reign was not just a continuation of tradition. In the 5th year of his rule, Amenhotep IV displaced Egypt's chief god Amon in favor of Aten, marking a significant shift in Egypt's religious landscape. Along with this religious metamorphosis, the capital was moved to North Amarna, and Amenhotep IV changed his name to Akhenaten, reflective of his devotion to Aten. With these groundbreaking changes, Nefertiti too adopted an additional name, Nefertiti. Her full name meaning beautiful are the beauties of Aten. A beautiful woman has come. This name change was a symbol of their joint commitment to the newly established monotheistic religion. The religious revolution spearheaded by Akhenaten didn't stop at the gods and goddesses of Egypt. It fundamentally altered the artistic conventions of the time. The idealized, most godlike depictions of pharaohs were replaced with more realistic portrayals. Akhenaten, interestingly, was sometimes shown with feminine hips and exaggerated physical traits, a stark departure from previous norms. Nefertiti, initially depicted as a typical young woman in the early images, started to bear an uncanny resemblance to Akhenaten in later artworks. Her final portrayals are those of a regal figure, projecting her power and influence, but with a touch of realism. The walls of tombs and temples constructed during Akhenaten's reign bear testimony to Nefertiti's elevated status. Unlike any other Egyptian queen, she is frequently depicted alongside her husband, often in positions of unmistakable power and authority. Whether leading the worship of Aten, driving a chariot, or punishing a foe, Nefertiti was the embodiment of a powerful queen. Despite being the mother of Akhenaten's 6 daughters, Nefertiti's marital relationship experienced a shift. Akhenaten started marrying other women, including his sister, producing the future King Tutankhamun, or King Tut as popularly known. In a twist of events, Nefertiti's 3rd daughter, Ankhesenamun, would later become the queen to her half-brother Tutankhamun, further intertwining the royal line. But after Akhenaten's 12th year of rule, the royal family faced a series of unfortunate events. Among the 6 princesses, 1 reportedly died, and the 3 others vanished without a trace, leading historians to believe that they too met a premature demise. Most interestingly, Queen Nefertiti herself disappeared. While it might be a straightforward assumption that she died, no definitive evidence records her death, and the royal tomb at Amarna, where she would have been expected to be buried, offers no trace of her. In the early days of Egyptology, scholars misinterpreted texts from the Akhenaten Sun Temple at Amarna and incorrectly deduced that Nefertiti had separated from Akhenaten. This theory suggested that she chose to live in retirement, either in the northern palace at Amarna or back in Thebes. However, this theory has since been discredited as the understanding of the ancient texts evolved. Another hypothesis that emerged was that Nefertiti outlived Akhenaten and adopted the name Smenkhare, assuming the throne as a sole ruler before Tutankhamun's reign. While evidence does indicate the existence of a king Smenkhare, the discovery of a male body in the Valley of the Kings in the 20th century, identified as Tutankhamun's brother, makes it unlikely that Nefertiti and Smenkhare were the same person. Here's when the story takes another turn. On December 6, 1913, a team of explorers led by esteemed German archaeologist Ludwig Burckhardt stumbled upon a remarkable find. They discovered a unique sculpture hidden upside down in the sandy debris on the floor of the royal sculptor Thutmose's excavated workshop in the city of Amarna. The sculpture was a stunning representation of a woman, distinguished by a delicate neck, finely balanced facial features, and an intriguing blue cylindrical headpiece, a style distinctly associated with images of Nefertiti. In accordance with an agreement between Burckhardt's team and the Egyptian government, the unearthed artifacts were divided, and the bust was allocated to Germany's share. Regrettably, only a single low-quality photograph of this extraordinary piece was published in an archaeological journal. Afterward, the bust was bestowed upon Jacques Simon, the generous sponsor of the expedition. For the next 11 years, this exceptional depiction of Nefertiti was not displayed in a museum or gallery, but graced the private residence of Simon, hidden from the public eye. Then, in the 1920s, a significant shift occurred that catapulted Nefertiti into the global spotlight. The exquisite bust, which had been privately held by Jacques Simon, was finally revealed to the public. It went on display at the Nias Museum in Berlin, and the response was nothing short of astounding. People from all corners of the globe flocked to view the stunning piece, captivated by the elegant representation of this ancient queen. Despite the bust's missing left eye, Nefertiti's beauty was undeniable, and her image quickly became one of the most recognizable female figures from the ancient world. This extraordinary artifact managed to perfectly capture the grace and power that Nefertiti embodied, securing her status as a symbol of timeless beauty. The widespread fascination and international acclaim that the bust received further solidified Nefertiti's place in popular culture, transforming her into an icon of Egypt's rich and vibrant history. So what happened to Queen Nefertiti? Did she disappear without a trace? Or did she live out her days in retirement? The truth may never be known, but one thing is for sure. Nefertiti remains an enigmatic and powerful figure whose legacy continues to enthrall us centuries later. From her influential role as the chief wife of Akhenaten to her enduring beauty captured in the iconic bust, Nefertiti has left an indelible mark on history and continues to inspire awe and wonder to this day. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, let us know in the comments if you want to see more videos on similar topics. Goodbye until next time.